Good morning, world. This is Annette Dion. This is Off the Ledge. It's Sunday, March 23rd. Greetings from the shores of beautiful Maine. It's a little hard to see the ocean behind me because it's really sunny. Very cold, but really sunny. All right. I hope you're having a good day so far. Just a reminder that it is Sunday, and on Sundays we have Church of Spirituality at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Check it out live or check it out later. Spiritual upliftment. Similar to this. For challenging times. I did get the 365 Science of Mind. I did download that. So we'll definitely do that. Let's start with just, kind of spirit messages that I'm getting. We're in a time, and this is why I'm doing this. We're in a time that how we think about what's going to happen in our country and the world is really directing how things go. So again and again and again, I get the message that it's the people that will change the trajectory from evil to good. It's us. And we're in a time where there's a serious spiritual awakening happening. And it's really our responsibility to reel ourselves in when we feel that we're going off the ledge. And so this is designed for when you feel like you're going off the ledge, and this is kind of like daily maintenance, that you're able to reel yourself in. And that's a very useful skill no matter what's going on, personally or collectively. And they're very much interconnected. So we're never, ever victims. And it's natural, just in terms of how we were programmed, it's natural to feel like a victim because we were programmed to believe that we're victims. And if you want to heal that, I do have that 40-day program for releasing religious guilt. It's ongoing and it's available to members. You can be a member of this channel for very little per month. So that's one way to change sort of the way that we think about ourselves as at the mercy of what the fates, whatever the fates are, decide to throw our way. We are co-creating our reality. When we don't like the reality that we're seeing the dark side present us with, if we don't own our power, we're in trouble. But I do know and feel that we're owning our power. The past couple of days, there's been a really strong, it's not just because I'm at the ocean. I feel it from all of you too. There's been a strong upliftment and empowered kind of a vibration. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it because it's true. It is absolutely true. I feel a wave of higher consciousness coming in and through us. So it's really, we have assistance from the spiritual plane. Our part of that agreement, of that arrangement, is to say, I promise to be responsible with my thinking. That goes for all of us. Those of us who know have to practice, because there are a lot that don't know. There are a lot of people going out there in the world unconscious of the fact, and it's factual and it's scientific. They're unconscious of the fact that if they don't like a reality, they can visualize a different reality, and most importantly, feel the emotions of that different positive reality as coming to fruition, and we contribute to it happening. So since I did find, I quit Amazon, so that means I don't have Kindle anymore, which is where I had a lot of my information, and I did get this on let's see, this is Apple Books. So, Science of Mind for today is called Non-Resistance. So Ernest Holmes says, Gandhi built his whole philosophy of life around the theory of non-violence. An ancient Chinese sage said that all things are possible to the person who can perfectly practice inaction. And the Bible exclaims, be still and know that I am God. Surely some great truth must be contained in these simple thoughts. There is a spiritual consciousness that, through the power of non-resistance, can change a condition that appears to be solid. By way of illustration, let us think of an iceberg. When the sun's rays daily fall on it, it will dissolve. That which was an obstruction becomes liquid. Such is the power of nonviolence. There is something flowing in, around, and through all things that nothing can resist. This is the something that the great and the wise have known about and have used. But too often, our way is the way of resistance. We try to change the outer without changing the inner first. And there's a quote from the Gospel of Matthew. I say unto you that ye resist not evil. Maybe we'll talk about that at church today. I know that nonviolence, that approach seems to be like, oh, how effective is that? But I really interpret that as meaning when we see really horrible things happen, we don't join in the emotions of that negativity. That's why we do so much work on forgiveness, because we don't want to lower our emotional vibrational frequency to that which we are needing to forgive, so that we're not a part of that. So if we see hatred out there, which we're seeing a whole lot of hatred and people that are working for the dark side, constantly engaged in bringing people into hatred, and they're literally investing, and we humans hating one another. So when we see that, if we hate that, then we're contributing to it. We can reject it with non-resistance. We can reject it and say, that is, I choose a higher vibrational frequency, and then jump on the train of positivity that, yeah, we reject that. Like in the Bible it says, get thee behind me, Satan, when one of the apostles was kind of making Jesus, or attempting to make Jesus feel fearful. This is not a Christian channel. I just reference spiritual stories from the Bible if they're applicable. So we reject evil, but we don't meet it with dark emotions. We meet it with, okay, I reject that. I feel the anger and I process it. I feel the rage and I process it, and then I forgive. There's two people walking. They look like little bugs. Two people coming together. I love it. I love the visual. Speaking of, like people being on the beach. I was on the beach yesterday, and I was kind of instructed to pick this up. And what it is it's a rock that's like a tablet. And my guidance said, this is a blank slate. This is my blank slate. And I'm going to actually paint those words onto here. A blank slate. We get to decide what goes on the blank slate. And that's what we're engaged in right now. That's really the kind of world that we're in right now. We're moving into an energetic, more non-physical existence with a higher frequency vibration. So what will we put on our blank slate? Let's go to Kathy Beal today to listen to the astrology forecast for March 23rd. To book a reading with Kathy, go to empowermentunlimited.net. And here's the astrology. Oh, wrong one.
This is Kathy Beal.
That's yesterday. For March 23rd.
This is Kathy Beal of empowermentunlimited.net with Astro Insight for March 23rd, 2025. The week's process continues. You can strip away more. You can step more and more into your power. You can get really clear about who you are. You can cut out habits. You can adopt new habits. You can find your own truth and not give a you-know-what about anybody else's. Keep in mind, everybody else is going to be doing this. You may also confront some deep, dark, horrible thing inside of you or someone else and stare it down and go, not today, Satan. Have fun with it. That's all for now.
I swear to you, I do not listen to these ahead of time. She just said what I said. So if somebody's representing to you a truth, their own truth, that you do not agree with, you do not have to listen to them. And oftentimes that's an opportunity to ask ourselves, okay, who's the authority here? Who's going to decide how I think? Who's the authority? Who's going to decide how I think? Which determines what gets created. So, interesting. I'm going to grab some cards. Hang on a sec. Let's grab a fairy card for today. And do join us for Church of Spirituality. Makes a difference. The theme this month has been on healing. And then next week it'll be different. Okay. I have to look at the calendar to see what if next Sunday is April. I don't think it is, actually. Nope. The Woodwife. Trust your inner wisdom. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about. Trust your inner wisdom. Don't listen to people that aren't saying things that are empowering and uplifting. Our fate is determined by us. We decide what it is. We get ourselves quiet and calm and centered. That's our job. And only we can do that for ourselves. We can help each other to do that. That's the point of these videos. But it's our job to step back and to make ourselves calm and grounded and cool. Keep calm and carry on, right? Wasn't that Queen Victoria's saying? Being calm is important. So in that calm state, decide how you want to feel. And that's what this is about. Trust your inner wisdom. Heaven resides within you. The creative resides within you. And don't forget that every moment is a blank slate. See, there's a crack in this, but it didn't crack the slate. It's just kind of like where we are right now. We're not going to fall through the crack, nor are we going to fall off the ledge. We're going to be talked off the ledge. The light of God surrounds us. The presence of God protects. The Spirit of God watches over us, and all is well. All right. See you later on. Namaste.